Hi, my name is Felipe. I'm from the National University of Colombia. Today we are diving into AWS Lambda, a powerful event-driven serverless computing service that runs your code without you having to manage any servers. But what does all that mean? Let's break it down. Now, imagine it's 2 a.m. and you're studying for finals. You suddenly get real hungry, and now you only got two options. Option one is to build an entire kitchen. Buy all the equipment, hire a chef that you pay every single month, even when you're not hungry. Deal with maintenance, pay electricity bills 24/7, and all that just to make one burrito. Or option two, just open your food delivery app, press a button, and boom, a burrito shows up when you need it. You only pay for that one burrito, so no kitchen and no monthly cost. That's just basically how Lambda works. Your code just sits there, doing nothing until something triggers it. Then it runs, does its stuff, and disappears. You only paying for what you use. Okay. So what's actually serverless computing? With traditional servers, you have to set up everything yourself. Install the operating system, configure it, do security updates, and keep it running all the time. And honestly, that's a lot to manage. But with Lambda, you just write your code in Python, JavaScript, or whatever programming language you want, and done. AWS handles all the messy infrastructure stuff under the hood. Your code just waits there, not costing anything, and when something triggers it, like someone uploads a photo or clicks a button, Lambda wakes up, runs your code, and goes back to sleep, and you are only charged for the milliseconds it was actually running. That's pretty cool, right? Um, okay, why is Lambda such a good option? A few reasons. First, it's event driven and works perfectly with other AWS services. For example, when you upload a file to S3, Lambda can process it automatically after that event. Second, it scales like crazy. Like with our birthday sample, if 100 friends suddenly order food at the same time, the app handles it. Same with Lambda. It can handle any amount of workload out of the box, so no setup required. Third, it's very cheap. You are not paying for servers sitting around nothing, doing nothing all day. So for students building projects or startups just getting started, this is huge, as you can actually build real apps without spending tons of money. And lastly, you get to focus on writing code instead of maintaining infrastructure. Okay, let me give you a real world example. Netflix uses Lambda to encode all their videos. Every time they add a new show, needs to be converted into a dozen different formats for your phone, laptop, and TV, and more. Before Lambda, they will need massive server farms running constantly, even when nothing was happening. But now, when a new video drops into S3, Lambda functions automatically spin up, then process everything in parallel, and shut down when done, and thus processing thousands of videos way faster and saving millions of dollars. Alright, let's quickly recap what we learned. Lambda is a serverless computing service that is event driven, scales automatically, and is cost effective, as you only pay for what you use. Companies like Netflix use it to handle massive workloads without the headache of maintaining infrastructure. Whether you're building your first app or working on something bigger, Lambda gives you computing power without the complexity. Thanks for watching. Bye.